Hello, I am Snapback Jack, and today I'm doing another versus video, and as you can see by the title, it's GTA 5 versus Saints Row 4. And if you've played both games, they're very different games, I know, but the thing is, they clash very well, if you know what I mean, and I'll explain why. Obviously, GTA 5, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like GTA 5, I don't like any GTA games, because they're always related to crime. Well, the thing is, unless you haven't given this, sort of figured this out, the title is a crime. Grand Theft Auto, it's stealing a vehicle, that is a crime. Obviously, in the games, you can commit more serious crimes. You can kill people, you can explode people, you can do anything, you know. Obviously it's limited to certain things, you can't blow up the whole fucking game. But it is a crazy game. That's the whole point of the game. It's a violent game. But in this game in particular, GTA 5, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but you can tell in the trailers for the game what is going to happen. There's 3 characters you can play as: Trevor, Michael and Franklin. Okay, and they're all pushed together somehow through certain things that happen in the game, as you will see if you play the game. They are bank robbers. This is what they do to earn money. And I will say there's not many heists in the game, but depending on your actions throughout the game, you can earn more or maybe less money than you thought you could have. Depending on the choices, the team that you pick, however experienced they are, they can all affect the way you get paid and the way that the heist is done. And it's very interesting. I like the options in the game. You can go for subtle or loud. It's very cool, and there's different options. They're not always subtle and loud. There's different ones throughout each heist. They've also got an online campaign, which is pretty much the same, but there's more heists, there's more missions, and you can talk to the characters that are actually in the single player campaign. Unfortunately, Franklin or Michael are not in it, but Trevor, Lester, you know, all the characters that are in the single player, apart from Michael and Franklin, they're all on the online story mode. And it's very cool because you can even play online on your own if you want to. If you want to earn money separately and you want the cut bigger for yourself, that's cool. But the thing is, if you want to do a heist online, you have to play with other people, which is fair. So you have to work as a team, which I like. I think that's very interesting. Another thing that I do like about Grand Theft Auto 5 is they bring out regular DLC, free DLC. They can give you guns, they can give you clothing, and they can give you like modifications for your car, whatever it is, better cars. They do that, I think, on a monthly basis. I might be wrong, maybe it's weekly, but it's very cool. It's very cool how it's done. And I like that idea. It spices it up. It gives more of a reason for people to play the game. But then you get Saints Row 4. Right, Saints Row 4 is not at all a serious game. Saints Row the Third, not at all serious. The first two Saints Row games, they're remotely serious. Obviously, there are aspects in the game that are comical, but the most recent 2 games that they've made are not at all serious. The storyline is just completely bogus, it's just mental, and it is meant to be like that. It is meant to confuse the audience and just make you think, why am I playing this? But I want to keep playing, you know, it's that sort of game. And it is funny, it is a laugh, and it's really good. They've remastered it from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. They've included a bundle where it could be Saints Row 4 and Saints Row 5. There's a Saints Row 5, believe it or not, but I personally don't think it's as good. But I won't go into that, that's not what I'm talking about today. But yes, the weapons, the comparison from GTA 5 and Saints Row 4, they're completely different. Whereas Saints Row 5, it seems more like a simulator nowadays, it's more serious. Saints Row 4, it just takes the edge off that completely. You can use a dildo as a weapon in Saints Row 4. You can use a weapon that you stick inside people's anuses and fire them into the sky. It's just nothing. It's not even remotely serious. There's so many quotes and parts from films that are put into the game. Like the whole game is pretty much The Matrix. It is based around Independence Day. It's got aliens in it. You can fly as a person. You're in the simulator the whole time. It keeps you on your toes, thinking how funnier can this game get? It is too funny. You can get a gun. I think in the third one, a gun that controls cars, a remote control car controller, an actual car, a helicopter, a tank, whatever it is. That's the thing, you can customise your weapons, the look of your weapons. Say if you've got a Desert Eagle pistol, it can now be a revolver. You know, you can change it, you can change the colours, you can even change your dildo into a candy cane. Like, you get a dubstep gun. You know, it's a very fun and abstract game, but it's really good. But in terms of story, I think it's even. And the reason why I say even is because it depends on your personal preference. If you want a serious game, if you want a silly game, you know, that's how it works. But if I wanted a serious one, I'd go to GTA 5. If I want a silly one, I'd go to Saints Row 4. You know, weapons, obviously you get serious weapons in Saints Row 4, but they're not going to be called that because they didn't ask for permission to use the real names of the guns, which is fair enough. See, in GTA 5, they ask for permissions of the guns, but not the cars or the locations, which I find very interesting. Obviously, if it's a real car, I think it's a Corvette, isn't it? Is Corvette? Yeah. But in GTA 5, it's a Corquette. You know, and everything in that was even though GTA 5 is more serious now, they still carry on the silly jokes that are from the past games. So in GTA 3, I think it's when it all started, you got Sprunk instead of Spite, which is a mixture of Sprite and Spunk, let's be honest now. Then you've got Cluckin' Bell, which is a food restaurant, which is obviously fucking hell. It's just, you know, they there's one, right, I'm going to say this now, you've got E-Cola, and you know what that is, that's Ebola, but that's their term for Coke, E-Cola. You know, they've got so many jokes, hidden messages between all of the games, I find it very interesting. Saints Row 4, instead of doing hidden messages, they just throw it in your face. And that's what I like. So this one, this video, GTA 5 versus Saints Row 4, I'm going to leave it as a tie because I can't decide between the two. If you have chosen one and you want to tell everyone, leave it in the comment section below. If you want any more information, follow me on Twitter, snapbackjack @pinder94, and I will see you in the next video, and I will see you on the flip side, my friends. Like, subscribe, cheers, and peace.